Hello everyone. Today we are going to start remainder theorem. Okay, so this is the exercise 2.3 introduction of your polynomial chapter. Okay, so what is remainder theorem? So remainder theorem might be you have studied in your previous classes. Suppose if you will have to divide 15 by 6. So what will you get? So 6 to the 12 and you will get 3. So this we know that this 15 is called dividend. This 15 is called beta dividend, correct? This 6 is called your divisor. This 6 is called your divisor. This 2 is your quotient, QUOTIENT. This 2 is your quotient and 3 is your remainder, correct? So we know that dividend dividend is equal to divisor. Dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder, correct? So this is your remainder theorem. This is not your remainder theorem. This thing whatever you will have to study. Okay, so in order to study the remainder theorem in terms of polynomials, we are going to explain in this particular uh, topic or in this particular video. So just hope you guys remember this, and it's very important to memorize this, that dividend is equal to divisor multiplied by quotient and plus a remainder. Okay, so now we are going to start with the polynomial. So how we are going to, so we will start with an example. Okay, so let's take the first example of your book, which is example 6. So what the example is saying, divide px by gx. Guys, listen me very carefully. Okay, this is very important topic which I am going to tell you, where px is equal to x plus 3x square minus 1. So your px is given P means polynomial x is given x plus 3x square minus 1. Okay, what is your next polynomial is given 1 plus x. Next polynomial is given qx is equal to 1 plus x. Okay, now see what the question is saying. Question is saying divide px by gx, where px equal to x plus 3x square minus 1 and gx is equal to 1 plus x. So this thing we will have to do. Come here, px and gx, sorry, this one is gx. So guys, see, whenever you will have to divide, so first step, remember this first step, step 1, that you will have to convert these two polynomials px and gx in the standard form. If they are not already in their standard form, means what do you mean by standard form? Standard form means you will have to arrange the terms of the polynomial. You will have to arrange the terms of the polynomial in the decreasing order of their power of variable, in the decreasing order of the power of the variable, or you can say in the decreasing order of their degree. So if I am going to arrange this px, what I will get? I will get 3x square is having the highest power or highest degree, then plus x and minus 1. In case of gx, what I will get? I will get x plus 1. So this is the first step you will have to do. What the first step? Convert these polynomials in the standard form if they are not already in the standard form. Okay. Now what you will have to do? You will have to do the division. So of course this px is going to be your dividend. This px is going to be your, I will just write it over here, dividend. Okay, and this gx is your beta divisor. This gx is your divisor. Okay, so now we are going to divide this px with gx. So if I am going to divide her, I will write it like this: 3x square plus x, okay, minus 1. Guys, I am going to tell you very important topic. Okay, so please listen me very carefully. X plus 1. Okay, so whenever you are going to divide, so first find the first term of your dividend and find the first term of your divisor. So what is the first term of the dividend? 3x square. What is the first term of your divisor? X. So divide it separately, means divide 3x square with x. What will you get? This x and x will be cancelled out, you will get 3x, correct? Now this 3x will be the first term of your quotient. This 3x will become the first term of your quotient. So what you will have to do, you will have to multiply your divisor with the quotient. So 3x multiplied by x will give you 3x square, and then 3x multiplied by 1 plus 1 will give you plus 3x, correct? Then what you will have to do, you will have to subtract. So whenever we are going to subtract two polynomials, means subtract one polynomial from the another polynomial, we change the sign of second polynomial. Means here it's plus, so this will become minus, here it's plus, this will also become minus. So see here, 3x square minus 3 square will give you 0, and this is x plus x minus 3x will give you minus 2x, correct? Minus of 2x and then minus of 1. Now what you will have to do, again you will have to do the same step which you have followed over here. Means take the first term of this and first term of this, means now you will have to divide minus 2x with x. So when you are going to divide minus 2x with x, what will you get? You will get minus 2. So now minus 2 will become the next term of your quotient. So here it will come minus 2. Now you will have to multiply this minus 2 with your divisor. So minus 2 multiplied by x will give me beta minus 2x. Then again minus 2 multiplied by 1 will give me minus 2. Again we will have to subtract. So what I have told you, whenever you are going to subtract a polynomial from different polynomial, so what we'll do, we'll change the sign. Means here it's minus, so this will become plus, here it's minus, this will become plus. So this is minus 2x, this is plus 2x, cancel out. This is minus 1 plus 2 will give me plus 1. So that's it. So now how we will say that this is your remainder? What is the criteria in case of polynomial to say that this is the remainder? Because we know in this case beta, in this case we know that your remainder should always be less than your divisor. Your remainder should always be less than your divisor, correct? This is the condition which we have studied in this case. So what is the condition which we have studied in case of polynomial? So in case of polynomial, the degree of remainder, I will say the degree of your remainder I will write it like Rx. So the degree of remainder should always be less than your degree of your divisor, which is your Gx. Just remember this, that the degree of remainder should always be less than the degree of Gx. Then only we can say that this is your remainder. Now check here beta, this one, this 3x square plus x minus 1, this is your dividend, correct? This is your dividend. And what's the formula we have studied? That dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. So let's verify that whether your formula is correct or not, correct? So what I am going to do, I am going to multiply your quotient with divisor. So if I am going to multiply over here, so check here guys, x plus 1 multiplied by 3x minus 2, what will I get? X multiplied by 3x, I will get 3x square, correct? Then x multiplied by minus 2, I will get minus 2x. Then 1 multiplied by 3x, I will get plus 3x. And then 1 multiplied by minus 2, I will get minus 2, which will give me beta 3x square. This minus 2x plus 3x will give me plus x, and this is your minus 2, plus 1 multiplied by minus 2, so I will get minus 2 over here, correct? So this, what I did, I multiplied your quotient with divisor, and then I will have to add remainder. What is your remainder? Remainder is your plus 1. So what I will get? I will get 3x square plus x minus 1. Check, this is your dividend. So means we can say that dividend is equal to your divisor multiplied by your quotient plus remainder. See here beta, this is what written over here, dividend is equal to divisor multiplied by quotient plus remainder. Okay, so this is one of the example of your remainder theorem. This is what they have explained over here. Hope it's clear guys. Check here, dividend is equal to divisor multiplied by quotient plus a remainder. Okay, so now we will solve more questions on this. So let's solve this next question. Next question is saying कि divide 3x to the power 4 minus 4x cube minus 3x minus 1. Let me take it to the next page. Let me take the screenshot from here and I will just simply upload it on the next board. Okay, so give me a minute, let me upload that question and then we will solve that question. Oh, oops, 1 second guys. Here it's almost done. Okay, so here is your question. So now we are going to solve this question. What we'll have to do, divide 3x to the power 4 minus 4x cube minus 3x minus 1 by x minus 1. So what is there anything you are seeing guys? So what we are seeing, these are the two polynomials. This is your first polynomial, I will say this is your polynomial px, okay, and this is your polynomial x minus 1 is your polynomial gx. So what was the first step? First step to write these polynomial in the standard form. But what we are seeing, these polynomials are already there in their standard form, because see, they have written in the descending order of their degree. All the terms of this polynomial are written in the descending order of their degree. So now we will have to simply divide. Okay. So what we will have to do in case of divide? So write this. This is your dividend, 3x to the power 4 minus 4x to the power 3 minus 3x minus 1, and this you will have to divide with x minus 1. So what I have told you, how you are going to divide? So in order to divide two polynomials, first we will take the first term of your dividend and first term of your divisor and divide it over here. So 3x to the power 4 divided by x. What you will get, beta? You will get 3x cube. So now this 3x cube will become first term of your quotient. Now multiply this over here. So 3x cube multiplied by x, what you will get? You will get 3x to the power 4, then minus 1. So this is minus 3x cube. Now we'll have to subtract. So this is plus, this will become minus, this is minus, this will become plus. This will be cancelled out. This is minus 4x cube plus 3x square will give you minus x cube. And now write this whole term over here, minus 3x minus 3x minus 1. Again what you will have to do? You will have to divide minus x cube with x. So if you are going to divide here, I will write it over here, beta, minus x cube with x. So what I will get, beta? Minus x square. So this minus x square will become second term of your quotient. So I will write minus of x square. Now multiply this minus of x square with x minus 1. What I will get? I will get minus of x cube, then minus x square minus 1, which will give me plus x square, and then that's it. By minus 1 multiplied by minus of x square will give me plus x square. Now I am going to subtract. This is minus, this will become plus, this will become minus. That's it. Now check it out. This will be cancelled out. Now there is a very interesting thing. Can you subtract x square from 3x? No. Always remember, we can only subtract those terms whose degree is same. We can only subtract those terms whose degree is same. In this case, the degree of x square is 2, but the degree of minus 3x is 1. So what we will do in this case? We will simply write it. So here I will write minus x square. So again I will have to write in the standard form, means highest degree term will come first and followed on with the like lower degrees. So highest degree in these three terms, minus x square, minus 3x and minus 1, your minus x square is having beta highest degree. So this will become minus x square, and then this will minus 3x and minus 1. What you will have to do? Now again divide this minus x square with x. So minus x square, if I am going to divide with x, what I will get, beta? I will get minus x. Now this minus x will become next term of your quotient. Now again we will have to multiply minus x with x minus 1. So what I will get? I will get minus x square, and minus x into minus 1 will give me plus x. Now subtract. This will become plus, this will give a minus, this will be cancelled out. What I will get? Minus 3x minus x minus 4x minus 1. Now again I will have to divide minus 4x with first term of your divisor, means x. So this will give me beta minus 4. So this minus 4 will become next term of your quotient. So minus 4 multiplied by this will give me minus of 4x plus 4. Now subtract it, this will become plus, this will become minus, this will be cancelled out, I will got minus 5. Now this minus 5 will be your remainder. What is the degree of minus 5? The degree of minus 5 is 0, but here the degree of x is 1, means the degree of remainder should always be less than your degree of divisor. So in this way we divide the two polynomials. Hope it's clear, guys. Okay, let me see if there is anything else given. Okay, divide this. Okay, that's fine. Okay, now they are asking to do this also, that find the remainder obtained on dividing x cube plus 1 by x plus 1. Okay, so means we will have to do one more division where px is given beta x cube plus 1 and this is x plus 1. Okay, I will explain. Come here. Okay, hold on. Okay, let me change over here. So px was your x cube plus 1, okay, and your gx was x plus 1, I guess. Let me check once more. Okay, so it's x cube plus 1 and by x plus 1. Okay, so this we will have to divide. So first step, to write these two polynomials in the standard form. So here they are already in the standard form. So now I am going to divide x cube plus 1 with x plus 1. What we will do, beta? This is your dividend. So first term of dividend is x cube and first term of your divisor is x, means I will have to divide x cube by x. What I will get? I will get x square, correct? Right here x square. So this I will get x cube plus x square, correct? Because when I am going to multiply x square with x plus 1, I will get x cube plus x square. Subtract it. So here I will get minus, here I will get minus, this is cancelled out. Now what will I do, beta? See here, I cannot subtract x square from 1. I have told you we can always subtract only those terms whose degree is same. In this case, the degree of x square is 2, but in the degree of 1 is 0. So what I will do, I will simply write it like this, minus of x square plus 1. Now I will divide minus of x square with first term of your divisors, which will give me minus of x square divided by x will give me minus of x. Now this minus of x will become next term of my quotient. Now multiply this, beta. Minus of x square and minus of x plus 1 will give me minus of x, correct? This will become plus, this will become plus, this will become cancel out, this we cannot divide, so this I will simply write it x plus 1. Now again do one thing, divide x, means first term of this x with x. So if I am going to divide x with x, what I will get? I will get plus 1. Now write it, I will get x plus 1 and now subtract minus minus, both will be cancelled out, my remainder is 0. So in this case, what is my remainder? 0. So what was asking the question? The question it was asking find the remainder. So remainder is 0. Check here, guys. Okay. So finally here they have written the definition of your remainder theorems. What the definition they are writing, beta? Ki let px be any polynomial of degree greater than or equal to 1, means the polynomial which you are going to divide, means your dividend. From this what they are saying, means your dividend should have a degree greater than or equal to 1. Okay, and if px is divided by any linear polynomial. What do you mean by linear polynomial? Linear polynomial means polynomial of degree 1. So if this is going to divide by the linear polynomial, then the remainder will be pa. Remainder will be pa, means this x minus a. For example, I will explain with an example. For example, suppose what they are saying, like suppose this is a polynomial px with a degree more than 1, and if you are going to divide this with x minus 1, your remainder will become p1. What do you mean by p1, beta? What do you mean by p1? I will explain, don't worry. Okay, so let's solve this question. If you will solve this question, you will be able to understand, okay, your remainder theorem. Okay, so let me go to your whiteboard and upload that question over here. So guys, see, after watching this video, just go and solve as many as questions from your notebook, like from your textbook, from Exemplar or from RD Sharma or any of the reference book, RS Agrawal, whatever you find it out. Okay. And please make sure to subscribe this channel, share this channel with your friends and ask them to subscribe, because uh, here my target is to make your concept very clear, so that if your concept is clear, you don't have to worry about any question. If your concept is clear, doesn't matter from where you are getting the question from, in all over universe, you will be able to solve that question. Okay guys, so see here, what's the remainder theorem was saying beta? Remainder theorem was saying कि suppose there is a polynomial px, which is, in this case, this is your polynomial px. Okay, so suppose there is a polynomial px this, and it is being divided by a monomial. It is being divided by, sorry, it is being divided by a linear polynomial. What do you mean by linear polynomial beta? So linear polynomial means a polynomial of degree 1, a polynomial of degree 1, a polynomial of degree 1. Okay, so check here. They are saying it is being divided a polynomial x minus a, linear polynomial x minus a. Remember this beta, this is x minus a, then the remainder will be pa. So in this case it is being divided by x minus 1. So what is the value of a over here? A is 1. So they are saying that the remainder will be p1. P1 means beta, you will have to replace the value of x with 1. You will have to replace the value of x with 1. Means this will become x to the power 4 means 1 to the power 4, plus x cube means 1 cube, then minus 2x square means minus 2 1 square, plus 1 plus 1. Let's solve this. This I will get 1 plus 1 minus 2, 1 square will give you 2, plus 1 plus 1. So 1 plus 1 2, 2 minus 2 0, then 1 plus 1 2, this is your 2. So they are saying if you are going to divide this polynomial x to the power 4 plus x cube minus 2x square plus x plus 1 by x minus 1, so in this case your remainder will be 2. This is what they are saying. Okay, so this is your remainder theorem. Hope it's clear guys. This is your remainder theorem. So see here beta, they are saying na, this is your remainder theorem. Okay, now we are going to see example 10. Check whether the polynomial this is a multiple of 2t plus 1. Okay, so how you are going to get if a polynomial is a multiple of 2t plus 1? Okay, forget about. If I am going to ask you a question, can you check whether 16 is the multiple of 2 or not? Can you tell me 16 is the multiple of 2 or not? How you know? So we know that yes. So how we know, like if I am going to divide 16 by 2 and if I will get remainder equal to 0, if I will get remainder equal to 0, it means 16 is multiple of 2. Simple concept, correct? Here also just you will have to divide 4t cube plus 4t square minus t minus 1 with 2t plus 1, and if you, by dividing this, if your remainder is 0, if your remainder is 0, it means this is what beta, this is your multiple of 2t plus, this is a like the multiple. So how we know that in this there is a way to find the remainder, correct? There is a way to find the remainder. So what is that way to find the remainder? So in this case, just hold on, I will just explain it over guys over here. So let me go over here and let me upload this question over here. So we will study. So we know that using remainder theorem we can find the remainder of any polynomial if it's getting divided by a linear polynomial in the form of x minus a. Okay, so check here beta. So see here, so this is your polynomial 4t cube plus 4t square minus t minus 1, correct? What you will have to do, you will have to, this is 2t plus 1. So this is a linear polynomial but not in the form of x minus a, correct? Not in the form of x minus a. So we will have to make this in the form of x minus a. So 2t plus 1, so if I will make it, suppose if I am going to make it equal to 0, so in order to make in form of x minus, I will divide the whole equation by 2. So this will become t plus half, correct? t plus half. So what is the value of a over here? Check here beta, the value of a will be equal to minus 1 by 2. Check here, this is x minus a, this is t plus half, so means the value of a is minus 1 by 2. Now you will have to put minus 1 by 2 in this equation, means you will have to replace the value of t with minus 1 by 2, and if your answer is equal to 0, means this is the multiple of 2t plus 1, correct? Means this is the multiple of 2t plus 1. So check here beta. So see here what they are doing. They are simply replacing the value of t with minus 1 by 2. They are replacing the value of t with minus 1 by 2. We will also solve this. Okay, nothing to worry. We will solve it over here. So see here beta, 4t cube. So 4 multiplied by minus 1 upon 2 cube. Hope it's clear, guys. Okay, hope it's clear, this remainder theorem. Okay, if anyone is having any doubt, guys, please ask your doubts in the comment section. I will reply to your comments for sure. Okay, so this is 4 in bracket minus 1 by 2 cube plus 4 in bracket minus 1 by 2 square. Then this is minus t, means minus of minus 1 upon 2 minus 1. So this is beta 4 multiplied by, this is minus 1 by 2 cube. So minus will be multiplied by 3 times. So this will remain minus, and 1 upon 2 cube. 2 cube is a 2 to the 4 to the 8, means into 1 upon 8, which is your, I will just solve it. Then plus minus 1 by 2 square, means 4 into 1 by 4. See, minus into minus will become plus. Then this minus minus will become plus 1 by 2, and then minus 1. So this and this will be cancelled out. So what I am getting over here? See here, from minus 1 by 2 plus 1. See, this will plus 1, then plus 1 by 2, and then minus 1. So see here, minus 1 cancelled, minus plus 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2 cancelled. My answer is 0. So this 0 is my remainder. In this case here, in case of example 9, whatever the answer you will get, this is your remainder, correct? So in this case I am getting 0, so 0 is my remainder. So if my remainder is 0, then we can say that yes, 2 plus 1 is the multiple of your polynomial 4t cube plus 4t square minus t minus 1. Okay guys, so let me see. Okay, that's it. So guys, that's it from this video. In the next class I will start, in the next video I will be explaining exercise 2.3. Meanwhile guys, please go and solve this exercise by yourself. Okay, and also try solving the question from R.S. Agrawal or R.T. Sharma. And if you are having any doubts, just feel free to ask your doubts in the comment section, or you can also send me an email to info@rapidgyan.com. Okay, see you in the next class. Bye bye, take care.